Hi, it's Steve from PartSelect. Today we're going to show you how to change the check valve flapper on your dishwasher, and it's a really easy job. All we're going to need is a 5/16 nut driver and a 1/4 inch nut driver and maybe a pair of needle nose pliers. Let me show you how we do it. Now, to replace this part, we will need to access the drain pump, which is located towards the back and below the tub of the dishwasher. So it's fairly tight working condition under there. We suggest that you disconnect the inlet water supply and the power to the dishwasher, disconnect it from the cabinet, and pull the dishwasher out onto the floor where it'll be easier to do this repair. Now, with the dishwasher out and laid on its back, we're now ready to access that part. So we'll begin by removing the 2 wires to the drain pump, just so that we can have those out of the way. Next, we'll remove 2 1/4 inch hex head shoulder screws that secure the pump mounting bracket to the base of the dishwasher. We suggest you have a towel or a container of some sort to catch some of the water that will be in this sump area as we remove the pump. We're going to loosen that clamp with a 5/16 nut driver. Just make sure that the clamp is loose enough. And then we're going to slide that pump to the left. And that will give us access to the check valve. It's mounted on a little holder on the end of the inlet to the pump. Now, occasionally this piece will get stuck inside of the sump area, so you just use your needle nose pliers to pull that out if it has remained inside. Next, we're going to lift the old check valve off of the holder. Just roll it off. Take note that one side of it will say out, and as we install this, we want to make sure that we have that in the proper position. Roll it back onto the holder, making sure there's no twists in that gasket. Make sure it seats properly into the opening. And then we're going to insert that into the end of the pump. And there's a little keyway that we need to line up and make sure that it fits into the 2 slots on the input to that pump. One of those keyways is a little bigger than the other, so it'll only go one way. And then it should mount flush. I'll just carefully slide it back into the sump area and insert it all the way until the bottom's out. Then we can retighten that clamp. Make sure that clamp is nice and tight. We'll next replace the 2 shoulder screws. We'll next replace the wire terminals onto the pump motor. And we're ready to stand the dishwasher up and push it back into the cabinets. We're now ready to reconnect the inlet water supply and the power, and our repair is complete. I told you it was an easy job. Thanks for watching, and good luck with your repair.